Hi everyone, I just wanted to jump on and talk through with you about some of the emotions which are coming to the surface at the moment because there are a lot, aren't there? And sorry, I'm moving around so much because I'm just had a bit of a giggling fit with my son, and he's cross because I've asked him to mow the lawn. And of course, because the weather's been so bad, the dog's been out in the garden and he's left lots of parcels out there and he doesn't want to pick it up. So we've had a discussion about him picking up the dog poop before he actually mows the lawn. Otherwise, it could end up sprayed up all over the place over him, which I found quite amusing. So he's gone from being really quite cross and annoyed with me that he's got to go and pick up the dog poop because I'm working, to giggling into the kitchen as we've both just sort of fallen about giggling, which is why I was giggling. So that's how quickly, though, it shows that our emotions can flip if we choose it to, from one annoyed, tense teenager to knowing how funny the situation is and then involuntary starting to giggle. And I suppose really I'm telling you this, I hadn't planned to tell you this, but I'm telling you this because this actually really sets the scene for what we're going to be talking about today, which is how to change and switch our emotional state and recognise what is going on emotionally in relation to our physical selves. Because a lot of the symptoms that we're being given at the moment with C19, for a lot of us, I think, are confusing, aren't they? They're confusing because some people think it's flu, just a different frame, if I can say the word, a different frame. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think it is. I can't speak today. I do apologise. But this is going to be an unedited version, so you're getting the raw Rachel. So it is the view, okay, and what we're seeing of what we're viewing around us in our environment is having a massive impact on our emotions. So physically being able to see an image on the TV or on social media of empty shelves, of scaremongering about toilet rolls and people hoarding toilet rolls, okay, has actually a deep psychological impact on us, because everything that we see and hear, okay, resonates through us at a really deep level, and it sticks in certain parts of us with all the other things that we have seen and heard throughout our lifetime. And empty shelves is obviously a very, very significant sight to see, because if we see an empty shelf in our own cupboard, we're quite confident in the fact that we can actually go out and fill that empty shelf at the supermarket, at the local shops. But when we see that empty shelf at the supermarket, we're suddenly brought home to realise that there's a much bigger impact here, that it's affecting everybody. And where is that food going to come from to replenish those shelves? And with all the flights at the moment being restricted and cancelled and everything going on around us, we are internally taking all of these messages of what we're seeing and feeling and hearing, and without necessarily saying it out loud, we are fearful, okay, of how to feed the people that we love and care about, how to look after them. And because we've lived this life of abundance in the West, we've never had to experience this before, okay? We've never had real, for the majority of us, real poverty, for us to be in this state of what do we do? And it can be quite scary, as we're seeing. But if we start to look deeper, and this, I think, is all about everything that is going on, it is bringing us home to our physical homes so that we can replenish and look after and restock and take stock of what is going on in our own homes. We're going to be looking closer at the relationships within our homes and how they all fit together, because we're going to have to. And we're being brought home to ourselves about what feels right and what doesn't. And we're really going to have to start digging deep and listening and hearing and feeling it. And for a lot of you, that is going to be very, very uncomfortable. But that's okay. And I know that sounds really weird, but it is okay to feel that intense emotional stress. Okay, it is okay, because we are that intense being. That is who we are. We have these intense emotions for a reason, and it's to get us through to the next stage, to the next level up, so that we can move on and evolve together. So the intensity of those emotions is very important right now. But what is important is that we don't knee-jerk react with the intensity of those emotions, but we actually learn how to sit with them and understand them on a deeper level, so that any decisions that we make can be from the true essence of who we are, because that's what we're being brought home to now. We're not being brought home to everybody else's belief systems, okay? That everything's being stripped away. And in a way, that's a real blessing for us, because you're going to learn to trust yourself. And there is nothing more peaceful to have in your life than trusting yourself. Okay? And in the next few videos, I'm going to help you with lots of new techniques on how to learn to do that. But I just wanted to jump on initially and do a short video to say the intenseness of who you are, the intensity of your feelings right now, whether they are coming out in physical symptoms or emotional symptoms. And I know it's really worrying times, okay? But if you can make some sort of connection now between emotionally how you're feeling and the physical symptoms that you're having, it will start to alleviate, okay, and take the stress out of that layer by layer, so that if in need of medical attention, you're going into it at a far better place for you and for your loved ones, because all of these techniques that I'm going to be helping and sharing with you, okay, not just for you, because obviously the one thing that we want to do is to share it with the people that we love and care about, and I encourage you to do that, okay? So I hope you tune in to the next few videos and enjoy them, and do start to look deeper into making those emotional connections with yourself. Start to journal, okay? Just start to write. Get yourself a tiny little notebook if you need, big one, whichever size you want. Just start to make some connections to what you're feeling, what emotional state you're in, whether that be anger, dismay, peace, joy, tears, okay? And then where you're feeling that in your body. Are you feeling anything in your body? Does your body feel numb? Are you making any connection at all? Okay, and if you're not, that's absolutely fine. There are messages in that too, okay? But you start to make those connections and do that really over the space of the next few days, and really start to write that down, even though right now you might not understand why. As you start to watch the next few videos, it will start to become clear. So, start to tune in what emotions are coming up and be really honest. And how's that making you feel in your body? Are you getting a tight chest? Pardon me? Is it starting to release and come out? and you start to acknowledge it and witness it, because this is something that starts to happen. Are your shoulders stiff? Are you hunched up and tight? You feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders? Is your neck sore? Are you getting headaches? Are you getting a cold? Do you feel like you're getting flu type symptoms, but you're frightened of getting tested? Okay? I want you to be really honest with yourself, and you just start writing that down in your journal. This doesn't need to go anywhere else. Nobody else needs to know. This is just for you. Okay? And then we shall come back in a couple of days and see how you've got on.